My name is Bri Kinard, and I teach ceramics here at the University of South Carolina, and I am also the kiln technician, so I make sure all the equipment's working and all orders are placed. I started out in Virginia at a private all-girls school, and my major was psychology. And then I ended up transferring to a school in California where I first found clay. And I just signed up as like an elective, and I was still psychology, but then I started skipping all of my psychology classes to go to ceramics. So then I just changed my major. And somewhere along the lines, my professor recommended that I come back home to South Carolina to get in-state tuition. When I got to USC, it was a much larger department. There was so much more equipment, so many things for me to learn. And I had about 3 years here to finish up my degree to do that. And then I graduated in 2010, and I went directly into graduate school. It was in Rochester, New York, School for American Crafts. So mine was more focused on clay, wood, metal, and glass. I didn't have a lot of exposure to sculpture as an undergrad, so I didn't really know what it was all about. When I went to graduate school, I had a really great professor in sculpture, and she basically showed me everything from the bottom to the top, and I learned how to weld, I learned how to cast metal, and then I started trying to figure out how I could combine the two. And it worked. It worked pretty well, so I just stuck with it. For my thesis, I rented out a big warehouse, and I transformed the whole thing. So I painted all of the walls, the installation was hung, and it was a really big space. So that evening when everybody came in, I was really pleased because it kind of felt like I'd taken my brain and recreated it, and I had everybody in it. So that was really special, and yeah, I knew that large-scale installation after that was, even if it was going to be in smaller pieces, it's just kind of where my heart is. Most of my work, I mean, it's changed over the years, and a lot of it is political, or it has something to do with me personally, but then I also, for the audience's sake, tend to try to tie it into something political that's going on. We're going to shoot for a hurricane if I can kind of get the twist to go correctly in the space that I have. But a lot of the forms are going to be reminiscent of the others, but in a totally different way. So I'll have some bombshells and some other pieces. These guys are all going to be hung like upside down, so they'll be coming down at the viewer straight on with a large fishing hook. So again, it's going to be pretty political, but the title is going to be Rain Down Over Me. You know, they say it's a tough business. Like, it's pretty much what you make it. I think in art, there may not be a direct path. You just kind of have to make up whatever job it is you want and then go after it. But I do really enjoy teaching, and I would like to continue to do that for as long as possible. But I enjoy making my work. So if I end up in a cabin somewhere just making art and drinking water from the stream, I think both would make me pretty happy, as long as, you know, I'll make art out of sticks and rocks. It's fine. It doesn't even necessarily have to be clay. I think that's what the other materials have taught me over the years, is it's about the artist. It's not so much about the material or the place or the environment. It's what you're going to do.